You got YouTube ready?
Yep. YouTube
All right,
went right now.
ready, set, go. Yes, sir.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? What's up, Bobbert? What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, my man. How we feeling?
Feeling like I'm about to hurt a lot of people when we're talking about today. You know, about to
Yeah.
a lot of shit's going on, man. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
saw the Super Bowl.
Super
Should have
Bowl
been the
was a
Bills.
thing. That was a Super Bowl.
Should have been the Bills.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about the halftime show. Let's talk about that. I think that was comical. I think it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, actually. I laughed the entire time. Not
I
gonna
thought
lie.
it,
I
I
giggled.
thought it was pretty funny myself.
I giggled the entire time. Because what he was doing, it was the most masterful troll I've ever seen in my life. Bro was trolling the entire time. The
Yeah.
entire time. It was nothing
Yeah.
but a troll. The entire fucking time. We'll get into that because I think that's just comical. No, man, what's going on?
It's fun time in sports right now. Fun time in sports right now. Never fun when the football season ends, but
No, man, both football seasons are over. NBA is about to be in fucking All-Star break. We're about to be reaching this next week.
yeah.
We're gonna be fucking trying to. Don't worry about it. I'm putting some shit together, but I mean, we're yeah, bro. A lot happened. Super Bowl was this past Sunday, obviously. So the Eagles beat the fuck out of the Chiefs. Let's just call it what it is. They beat the listen, when I saw it was 24-0 going into halftime, I thought two things. I thought this is either about to be Patrick Mahomes Brady moment, or they're just gonna continue to beat the shit out of them. And
By halftime,
boy,
I said this Super Bowl reminds me a lot of a Super Bowl I've watched previously. And it was that Seattle Denver one.
when they put the fucking blues to them. Yeah, that they look just out of sync. They look overmatched.
Mm-hmm.
Philly looks like a team that spent all that money in the offseason.
For sure.
But the fucking ROI on that deal with Saquon is worth it all.
100%.
Saquon also got himself some fucking bread. So he's unlocked every step of his contract he did in 1 year. Yards, playoff wins, Super Bowl, offensive player of the year. Bro did it all and secured another like $2.5 million on this contract.
Right.
Crazy. So me and Bobby got the polos on this morning for a reason. I didn't tell Bobby the reason that we did it, because you guys are gonna see in a minute. But we're playing some GM today. We're gonna be doing some things. I'm gonna throw Bobby some off-brand questions because we're gonna talk about it after the Eagles dominating Super Bowl win. But the Titans are open to trading the number 1 pick. So some other moves happen that I think we're GM status, and that's why we're wearing the polo shirts. We look professional. Bobby looks like he's about to go coach the fuck out of a defense.
Hey,
Bobby's going to.
I will be coaching the defense this year.
Yeah,
I will be coaching the defense this year.
Defensive coordinator Bobby, what's up with it? That's on God, bro. That's what I'm saying. We need to get some full season podcast shirts.
Oh, that 100%. That'd
Sponsor
be fun.
your team.
Right.
I need to sponsor the team, bro. What's up with it?
Right.
Listen, I'll make it out. Listen, we can talk about that. So we'll sponsor the fuck out of that team. Get them some shirts. Coach Bob with it on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's dope. It's fuck. The coordinating job. Yeah, it's all love, bro. Bro's about to go be a defense coordinator. By next year, he's coaching high school. Calling it.
This will be a fun journey for sure. This will be a fun journey.
Bro. Coaching, there's nothing better.
Agreed.
So we were gonna talk about this in the night show last night. Technical difficulties. Stick of my RAM was broken. Had to fix it. Fixed it this morning. Went to Best Buy first thing this morning. Got it fixed. We're here. No more blue screening. I think that's what the problem was. Bobby told me how to do something by looking at the back of my thing, and light lit up, and the RAM was broken. So the whole deal. But I was gonna talk about this last night. I watched the movie Coach Carter. Okay, and it's based off a real story.
Great movie.
And I think about it, and when Timo Cruz at the end of the movie was like, Coach, like, you saved my life, like, yada yada yada. It makes you think, like, damn, bro, like, somebody with ball knowledge and life knowledge being a coach that has, like, bro, there's nothing like that. Like, having that impact on like young men that you are gonna go and remember that for like the rest. Like, they're my high school coaches, I will remember for the rest of my life.
100%. 100%.
So, like, I applaud you for taking the challenge, because it's challenging, bro. Coaching kids is hard. I've done my fair share of trying to teach lessons of, listen, and I know kids are assholes.
Right.
But the longevity and like the impact that you're gonna have is gonna speak volumes for.
That's the key. That's what it's all about.
Right. And I think, like, people are gonna see, like, yeah, that's dope. And I'm super excited for that.
Appreciate that.
I'm super excited. I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited to get that. We gotta see, we need stories weekly.
Oh yeah.
Every week on the pod, we gotta have a new story. We need a little kid. We need a little Luke to go smack somebody on the sideline. We need something. we need boys to be laid out.
This is just an added bonus. This is just an added bonus that it's 10U, so it's 10 and 9-year-olds, and Jay is 9. So
yes, sir. Is Jay playing?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So.
Baby boy is on the squad.
Yes.
What position is he playing?
He wants to play wide receiver. You trying to
get him on the D?
I'll be sending my boys at him. If you don't want to play on this side, I'll be sending my boys at him. I already told him too. There's no favoritism. You're another player to me on this team.
Hey, listen.
You're another
Coach
player.
Carter said it, bro. Listen, Coach Carter said it in the movie. He said you're gonna earn every minute of playing time.
Every single minute. When we get home, you could get that one-on-one coaching. You get the benefits. But when we on the field, oh no, you got to work just as hard as everybody else. You might have to work a little bit harder, to be honest.
Bro said he's sending the fucking house at his son.
Mm-hmm.
So what? If he did play defense, what side you put him on?
I want him to play DB if he plays defense. DB. Anywhere you want. You want to play safety, you want to play corner.
Don't let him get cooked. People made fun of that boy. Don't let one of those little 10-year-old receivers hit his ass with it.
Hey, he'll need it.
Nah, Jay's pretty tall, right?
He's decent height. He's taller than I was at his height. I mean, at his age.
For 9 years old,
he's got speed too. He's quick.
Bro might be like a little Tyreek Hill out there.
He's quick, and he's ready. He's ready. So.
Oh yes, that's hard. I didn't know Jay was playing.
Yeah.
That's dope. Because I know he was talking about he wanted to play basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
My boy said, I'm going with football.
So, let's see.
Yeah. That's dope. Coaching your son, first coaching job? Yo, Cho said, the fuck's going on here? CT shirt, he's hitting the course after this. Not once have I ever seen him in a T ever. Bro, trying to get a respectable wiener. Bro, like, see what I mean, bro? Like, it's every time. It's every time, bro.
Dude, we need show. We need show on a night show.
Bro, I've tried to tell him. I need him to come on the pod. Like, I need him to come on the pod, on the night show.
You can smoke bogus on the night show, bro.
Yeah, you can smoke cigarettes live in front of everybody. We do that shit. I miss you, Cho. Bro doesn't talk to me no more. He said he's never seen me in a T. He's fucking lying. We used to sit in Discord. Don't let Cho lie to you, bro. Me and Cho used to sit and play fucking GTA RP together for hours. Fucking ever, bro. We played so much GTA RP. Yeah, Cho's a good cat, bro. It's my dog, man. It's one of my best friends in this world. Good dude, man. He's kind of a bitch a little bit. Like he is like a little. No, man, but so Cooper DeJean. Yeah, can we talk about him for a second?
Great pick. Great pick.
Is it time to put him top 10?
I'd have to think about it, but possibly.
I don't think I can name 10 corners better than Cooper DeJean right now. Bro had a pick 6 in his birthday in the Super Bowl. And was sturdy as fuck with it after he scored. I don't know, bro.
Great pick by Philly. Great pick by Philly.
That was good. Their defense is gonna be good forever.
Yeah.
Because Jalen Carter's young. Davis is young.
Jordan Davis,
young.
Kobe Dean, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell. Quinyon Mitchell arguably should have won Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he was on the opposite side.
Who won Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Jared Verse.
There, I was gonna say,
from the Rams, yeah. Which
Jonathan Sweat had a good game.
Yeah. Yep. Also,
let me not say good game. Bro had a great fucking game. Right. Should have won Super Bowl MVP, to be honest.
Yeah.
If there wasn't politics behind it, he 100% wins Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
I think, but they had to give it to Jalen, just because bro waited to the last 2 games of the year to have his best games of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
which we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into.
No, we're going. So Jalen Hurts is Super Bowl MVP. So the question that makes me ask is, what does that make Jalen top in the league now?
That's a good question.
Because he not only did he win the Super Bowl, he clearly outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Clear as fucking day. Like he outplayed Mahomes. Mahomes had 200 and some odd yards, but he also had 2 picks, a fumble. Like he looked like that was the worst Patrick Mahomes I'd ever seen. 2 picks on consecutive drives and 1 being a pick 6, and they were atrocious throws. It's not like, they got tipped. No, he threw it right to Cooper DeJean, and they threw it right to the linebacker.
Yep.
So it doesn't make. So what does that do for Jalen Hurts? Where does that put him top? What number?
So great performance by Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts looked,
I think elite. That was a very elite
performance. That was his best game of his career, in my opinion.
Ever.
So
100%. Could not agree more.
My problem is, how much does one victory, although it's a Super Bowl win, how high does that really push you in a sense?
So, I knew you were going to say that. You want to know what's fucking crazy? You know I know this dude because I fucking knew your argument was going to be that. How much is one victory? So, give me a second. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go and I'm going to look at Jalen Hurts' stats right now. Because I'm pretty sure.
From the Super Bowl or from the season?
You have a season?
Because from the season this year, Jalen Hurts.
Where do you rank?
These are going to be totals from 75
he was 20
qualified players. 75 players this year qualified under quarterback stats. Okay. QBR 76.3. which ranked him 23 out of 75. There's only 32 teams, so 32.
You said what stat was that?
QBR, which
the QBR on ESPN right here has in 2024. It has him as 10th in the NFL at 65.6.
So that would be even lower than what I have here.
So 65.6, they have him at 10 in the NFL.
Yards 2903. Which would be 20th.
Yep, that's correct.
Touchdowns, passing. This is through the air. This is not on the ground.
Also 20th.
Also 20th with 18.
But he only had 5 picks.
Which is fair. Which is where
he had 3 more picks on this season than Patrick Mahomes had in the Super Bowl.
Which is where QBR is affected, and although a lot of people don't like that number, that's
okay. So this may be ignorance on my end. What does QBR mean?
QBR is basically like taking everything like here's another thing that isn't a stat but is considered QBR. Jalen Hurts was third worst out of all starting quarterbacks this year against pressure this season. His QBR dropped tremendously when he was facing pressure. So it's like a statistic to wrap everything into one number.
Okay. Because it's not like, okay, got you. Okay. So you don't want to be higher on that list, or you do?
You want to have a higher QBR.
Okay, so he's 10th in that.
So that
altogether, does that put him at 10?
So that sounds about a right spot for me for Jalen Hurts. Around the 10th best quarterback in the league right now.
See, but name maybe better than him.
Maybe 8 to 9, you know what I mean? But around the 10
he's the best quarterback in his division right now.
No.
Who's better than him?
A rookie quarterback.
No, you can't say that. It's 1 year. You can't say that. Because what if he comes out next year and just is fucking atrocious?
Then Jalen Hurts is better. But at this point,
it's 1 year.
I could be wrong, but I'm taking Jalen Daniels.
That's Jalen's second Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts is now 1-1 against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and there's actually, unless I'm mistaken, I also looked this up. There was only 25 quarterbacks that have 2 Super Bowl appearances or more. So,
do he stop 25 all time then? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, that's the thing. It's like there are certain stats that I just feel like. And we always talk about this. He
might be the best, and I don't know, like. Game manager, just like Cam Newton was talking about.
I hate that
is a horrible phrase, but Jalen Hurts is not. He's not takes you over the hump, in my opinion. I think there is probably 15 quarterbacks that you could slot in that spot and takes you to the Super Bowl.
Fuck no. Name them. Name me 5. Besides the obvious, come on. We're not talking.
Besides the obvious, Jaden Daniels, who we're just arguing about as a rookie, takes you there.
I can agree.
CJ Stroud on Philadelphia takes you there. At least takes you to the Super Bowl. Beating Mahomes, that's another story.
We can't talk about taking him there because Jalen won it. You got to talk about winning. It's about who's going to win the Super Bowl, how he won it.
All right, Jaden Daniels is winning.
So take 7 points away, okay? So take 7 points away that Cooper DeJean scored. Bro still put up fucking 30-something points on the 4th ranked defense in the NFL. Saquon didn't have a touchdown.
After being average every other game of his career.
He showed up when it mattered.
So did the rest of the roster. So did the rest of the roster. Just as Nick Foles' Super Bowl win with Philadelphia.
No, my fucking goodness.
As we talked about, the Super Bowl MVP should have arguably been a defensive lineman.
But that's because he had a generational
That defensive line caused havoc. That defense in general caused havoc, just like when Nick Foles won his Super Bowl. That defense caused havoc. And I'm not trying to take too much away from Jalen Hurts, but that roster head to toe is elite. It has top 10. Sounds about right.
So let me ask you this then, okay? So you remember how everybody was talking about, we're going to go college for a second, just because I think it's a good analogy. Remember how everybody was talking about firing Ryan Day?
Right.
Then he won the Super Bowl, or he won the Natty, right?
Right.
Bro just signed a 10-year extension worth $15 million a year. He's the highest paid coach in college football history. One game didn't make him better. He's still the same coach that was talking about getting fired 5 weeks ago. He's the same coach that's lost to Michigan 2 years in a row.
I'm a Buckeye fan, and I think firing him was, even thinking stupid, about it, was stupid to begin with.
Okay, so Sirianni. I'm going to ask you about Sirianni. People want to talk. They were just talking about firing Sirianni. What was it? Mid-season, they were like, man, I don't know.
We both mutually agreed that would be a horrible decision. And I, in quotes, said, as a Bills fan, I would love for them to fire Sirianni, but I'd be silly.
Oh, shit. What up, man? What are we talking about? Jalen Daniels is a dog. Saquon didn't have a touchdown because Chiefs' focus was him, which led to them breaking the pass defense. I think that's all speculatory. That's all people's perspective because
Philadelphia all around was built 10 times better than Kansas City head to toe as a roster.
No. Remember we talked about it. I said the Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the playoffs. I thought that team was. You did. You spent too much money to lose. You can't go out and overpay for Saquon in the eyes of the NFL because everybody thought they overpaid for him.
Right.
Can't overpay for Saquon, overpay for this guy, and not win a fucking Super Bowl. It's just not. Howie Roseman wouldn't have a job anymore.
Agreed.
So they had to win a Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs are corny. Really, I don't like that. The shit they did in the Super Bowl, like trying to get the three-peat catchphrase, like that's lame as hell. Like you're overconfident. You thought they were gonna walk in and just win. No, Ant. No, I don't think Saquon's overpaid. No, I think Saquon's underpaid, to be honest. Bro just took a franchise to the Super Bowl.
All right. Wait, we fell off topic here. Quarterbacks that slot in Jalen Hurts' spot real quick.
Okay.
And can win the Super Bowl.
That are not Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. No, listen.
That are not the top four. That are not the basic four.
Because even then, I would take Joe Burrow over Jalen Hurts. Like there is guys I'm
taking over Joe Burrow is in the top four, is he not? Mahomes, Josh, Lamar, Burrow.
Would you say?
Not in order, but those are the four. Yeah, those are the four.
Would that be the four?
For me, yes. That would be the.
I think so. Yeah, I would say CJ's in. I would say
he would be five.
I 100% believe CJ's the fifth best quarterback in football.
Right.
Personally.
Right.
I think CJ Stroud is the top 5 quarterback in football, and that's not arguable.
Okay, so not including those 5.
Not including those 5.
Jared Goff.
No.
Yes. For me at least. Jaden Daniels, as I said.
No, you got to see more. No, sir.
Baker Mayfield.
Also, no, sir.
Justin Herbert is not going to win that game, but he's going to take them to the Super Bowl. Yes.
I'm not.
Because the rest of the roster is elite, and you don't have to do much.
No. You look the chat in their face.
I'm not a believer in Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert right now is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL.
To ever live.
He is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL.
I don't even fuck. I'm saying it.
That is just showing how strong I think Philadelphia's roster was head to toe.
No way.
I think
Who else? I got to hear this.
Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, and that's it.
Hold on.
That's it. But yes.
No. Hold the fuck on for a second.
And
Matthew Stafford, I'll give you. Because realistically, I think Matthew Stafford might be in that like 6 range for me.
Possibly.
He might be
possibly
in like the untouchable 6. No. Jordan Love, absolutely not.
Jordan Love's a baller.
I'm shitty on Jordan Love. No.
Even with the Super Bowl win, I would still take Jordan Love over Jalen Hurts. Easily.
No way.
Easily.
No way. Who else did you say?
Baker Mayfield.
You're tweaking on Baker.
Baker Mayfield. Yes.
You're tweaking.
Yes.
Baker's a stretch.
Baker is exactly what Jalen Hurts is.
But not a winner.
I mean, look at his team in comparison. That's Philadelphia is so well built.
But then you can't say that because look at every team anybody's ever won with.
Because I feel the same way about San Francisco. I feel like there are so many quarterbacks you could slot in. Granted, they're on the decline. We're seeing the age and the injuries kick it, and that's my point. I think there's plenty quarterbacks who could slot in there, and they take that team to the same spot.
That's a whole different situation, though, because I don't think anybody is bought in on Brock Purdy. I don't think that's like everybody's like, oh yeah, Brock Purdy.
49ers fans are. They'll tell you he's top 5 in the league right now, guaranteed. A lot of people actually believe in him, and it's because the QBR stat. His QBR is elite.
Bro. I don't think bro's top 15.
He'd probably fall in the top 15 range.
What, 13?
Yeah, probably. Maybe 15, but
I'm taking every quarterback you just named over him.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts over him.
Yeah. Over Purdy, yes.
Who else am I taking over him? Pretty much any guy that's not. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would probably take Justin Herbert. Yeah.
Just give me Purdy over Herbert.
That's a tough one. Purdy could do it if his team is one healthy, two talent. When he had the talent and healthy, he did indeed go. You put him on the Eagles roster, he throws 3 picks. I think I can confidently say that.
So my question for you is, where do you rank Jalen Hurts amongst quarterbacks?
I'd put him at like 9. I think 9's 8, like you said, 8, 9. But I think 10 and saying those other guys, because you basically just put him at 12.
No. I said these are quarterbacks that you slot in and they take.
So that would that
so
not
there,
be saying
there might be a few more quarterbacks that are better than him, just maybe not experienced.
So where are you putting just Jalen Hurts in your top quarterbacks? I need a number.
Well, the 5 are clear for me.
Yeah, they're S tier. Yes.
He would fall at 9 for me.
All right, so like 8, 9. That's what I was.
Yeah, that's
fair.
Like
8 or 9.
That's fair.
I think 8 or 9 is pretty good.
That's
so
good. Yeah, not great.
I mean, listen. What did you have him before the Super Bowl?
Not 15.
You didn't have him top 15?
No.
Oh my fucking goodness. No way. What is your out on him?
Everything. He's in a great situation. It's great. In a different situation, I don't even know if he still has a starting job. I'm just not sold on
you don't think Jalen Hurts is a starting fucking quarterback?
Decision make. If you throw him in a situation horrible, you throw him in New England, it's bad. It's really bad. You throw him in Carolina in Bryce Young's spot, I think it's really, really bad for him. I think he's the benefit
I think he makes the team better.
An elite system.
Wow. I didn't think I would ever hear.
He's almost the equivalent of Brock Purdy. He's just more athletic. He has great athletic ability. So that helps.
Yeah, we're talking active, man. We're talking active quarterbacks right now. Where do we rank Jalen? We're at one of his best games against we're not. You can't talk about quarterback versus quarterback because Patrick Mahomes will play defense, but Patrick Mahomes did have a stinker in the Super Bowl. So speaking of Patrick Mahomes, I have a couple questions. So, does this loss and the way the loss happened, because it happened pretty rough, does this affect Mahomes' GOAT status? Does it make the conversation quiet until he gets back on the winning route?
I don't think it should, but that's just me.
I don't either. I agree. I think he's still the best quarterback to ever play football.
Tom Brady was 37 when he got ring number 4. So you get ring number 4 before 37, you're on a good pace.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
And he already has 3.
37 when you get ring number 4 and you ended up with 7.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
That's a different kind of great, bro. That's a different kind of great.
Yeah.
Like that's a different kind of fucking special. So what do you think it does for Mahomes? Do you think he stays the same? Conversation stays the same?
I think people that are really in tune with Tom Brady and really like Tom Brady as the GOAT have a decent argument now, you know, because wasn't a good showing, wasn't a great game by any means. So
turning the ball over 3 times is what got me.
Yeah,
that's the thing that I was. But
he also has
didn't make sense.
More turnovers in his Super Bowl appearances than Tom Brady does total in his Super Bowl appearances already.
Right.
So
I feel like it's gonna be just like Jordan LeBron combo, but that's just me.
Didn't I say that?
Elaborate on that, Ant. Elaborate, because Bobby said something. I want to see if you said the same yet. But the thing is, we've talked about this. That's not a fair. Like, it's not. But no, here's the thing. It's not going to be like that, though. Because Brady and Mahomes played each other a couple times. And Brady beat him in the Super Bowl. So they face head to head for the
AFC chip.
And in the AFC. So when it comes to 1v, like 1-on-1, it's clearly Tom Brady. But when you look at when you watch football, you're just like, damn, that motherfucker's just good.
If we're talking 1-on-1, I don't know that it's fair to say it's clearly Tom Brady because, like you were saying, quarterbacks don't match up. Like, they don't play both sides. No, they don't. Obviously.
But he beat both sides.
The defense was clearly 10 times better on one side both times.
But it depends on what the stats look like. I'm pretty sure Brady had better stats too.
Like when Eli had better stats both times against Tom Brady.
I would say Eli was better than Brady in both those Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I would say that. You know me. I give Eli his credit. I'm not an Eli hater. Motherfuckers love to hate on Eli Manning for some reason. It's like a cool trend. Like, just like Ben Roethlisberger. People want to fucking hate on Big Ben. Bro's a winner. How many Super Bowls Big Ben got?
I'm not a fan of Big Ben, but
I'm not either, but he's a winner.
Yeah.
I know a quarterback that came back from 20. It was 28-3. Damn, brother.
Yeah.
Get your fucking. Bro trying to troll and was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get wrong on a troll? It's crazy work. Nah, Brady's. Bro, listen, you're never going to hear Brady slander come out of my mouth. Never. Can't disrespect Brady. He's also a majority owner of my team now.
Also a majority owner of my team, too.
Yeah. Trust me. A lot of BTAs happen there, buddy.
Yeah.
A lot of belt to asses.
33-3 career record against Buffalo.
Let me look at his career record against the Raiders. Give me a second.
It's disgusting.
He's got to be undefeated. I don't think we ever beat him. You also, the tuck rule. Fuck him, man. Actually, fuck Brady.
Yeah.
I'm a Brady hater now.
Mm-hmm. He's the GOAT, but
he's 5-1 against the Raiders.
Okay, that's a lot better than 33-3.
Yeah, 33-3 is crazy, but you also played him twice a year for 20 years.
And we only got 3 wins out of it.
It's okay. Brady never lost to the Cowboys. I'm cooked. Yeah. You're a Cowboys fan, fam? I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you liked the Cowboys. Oh, fuck. Okay, so Bobby, another question. Does it affect Travis Kelce's GOAT status? Tom Brady looks like an athletic Ellen DeGeneres. Guess who said that? No, guess who said it?
Who's that?
Fucking Joe.
I don't know why. I should have known.
Right? This motherfucker said Tom Brady looks like an athletic Ellen DeGeneres. That's crazy, bro.
I should have been prepared for that.
All right, back to the question here, Bobby. Does it affect Travis Kelce's GOAT status?
That's a good question. And I guess that kind of brings us back to last episode when we were talking about, does he retire now? Does he walk away with that loss? Does he keep going? Because if you walk away...
He looks like shit in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if you walk away like that, that's not...
You're sad.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a chance in fuck he retires. And if he does, it's because the Chiefs are going to cut him. Because he's like a $22 million cap hit next year.
Yeah. Yep.
So they may end up, if they may end up forcing him to retire because they may cut him.
And I don't see him going elsewhere.
What if he went to Philly?
That'd be crazy.
And Jason came out of retirement?
That'd be nuts.
I'd fuck with it.
That'd be fire, though.
He'd be swaggy out there.
Yeah.
He'd be swaggy as fuck out there.
Yeah.
The green cleats would be tough. Bro's cleat game is nuts. But like,
for
so
sure.
Now, does this... I didn't know this was a conversation, but we're obviously putting Belichick over Andy Reid, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Just making sure that wasn't an argument that I missed out on. So NFL awards were given out. And they go as followed. Josh Allen won the MVP.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley won Offensive Player of the Year. Patrick Surtain II won Defensive Player of the Year. Eric Armstead won Walter Payton Man of the Year. Kevin O'Connell won Coach of the Year. Jaden Daniels won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jared Verse won Defensive Rookie of the Year. And Joe Burrow won Comeback Player of the Year. So out of those awards, where do we think, what would you have done differently?
So obviously the MVP is a quarterback's award. We all know this. Mm-hmm. Politics. Obviously I love seeing Josh Allen get the MVP. Saquon Barkley. A lot of people are saying Lamar Jackson. I think Saquon Barkley should have arguably been the MVP, but it's a quarterback's award again.
If a quarterback had to get it, it should have been Josh.
Yes. 100%.
If that is the criteria, Josh gets it.
100% agreed. And not even just as a biased Bills fan, I do think Josh was more valuable to his team by far than...
You take Josh off the Bills are they're a lottery team. Top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Confident. Yeah. Like who's their backup?
Matt Barkley.
No way he's still playing fucking football.
Yeah. Matt Barkley is Josh Allen's favorite mentor, and that's why he's the backup. Because Josh Allen loves him. Josh Allen said Matt Barkley is one of the smartest minds he's ever talked to.
Yeah, he was like that at USC, bro. Matt Barkley was I loved him at USC.
Yeah.
Barkley never got a fair shot in the league, I don't think.
And then we have Mitch Trubisky.
Okay, so
Trubisky would technically be the backup.
Yeah, I was gonna say so Barkley's he's a coach, essentially.
Right. Basically.
Your backup is Mitch Trubisky. You put Mitch Trubisky starting on that team, they're a 1-16 team, 2-16 team.
Right.
They're drafting Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward first overall.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Okay. Making sure we understand that. You take Lamar off the Ravens, because who's Lamar's backup? Josh Johnson.
Is Brent Huntley still their backup? I don't know, because he almost took him there. He almost took him there not long ago without Derrick Henry. So
it is him. Yeah. You put him there, I think they're still ass too, but they're less ass than the Bills.
Right.
I think. Right. With Derrick Henry, they can win more games.
Right.
So
here's my complaint about the awards, because I guess I can go into order. Offensive Player of the Year. Saquon Barkley deserved that award 100%. Mm-hmm. My problem is Mr. Triple Crown got 0 votes.
0 first place
for Offensive Player of the Year.
It doesn't fucking make sense.
So, yeah. Defensive Player of the Year. I loved seeing it go to a defensive back. I think that Defensive Player of the Year is kind of a edge rusher award, so a defensive back would have to play lights out to get it, and that's kind of what Surtain did. So, like you said, like you were saying last week, he's clear. You had him clear cut number one. You're like, I don't know if there's anybody close to him right now. So seeing him get that award was super dope to see for a DB to get.
Oh yeah, I think Patrick Surtain is the best corner in football. It's not even close.
Right.
So what are your other complaints?
Defensive Rookie of the Year. I skipped over Offensive Player of the Year. I think that was well deserved. I don't really have
Saquon's. Yeah, that was Saquon's regardless.
No, rookie. Yes, for Saquon. Offensive Rookie of the Year. He deserved that. That great year by him. Balled out. Defensive Rookie of the Year was very close and could have went to a few different players. I would have liked to see it go to Quinyon Mitchell just because he played at an elite level as a rookie, and he's playing a position. I think corner is a harder position than pass rusher, at least transitioning early on when you're coming from college to the NFL level. I think it's much harder, and he was their he was following number one receivers a lot of the time. Jared Verse got it and was top 10 in pressures this year. His sacks didn't really show up, but he was pressuring the quarterback. Like, he was a veteran who had been out there before, so I wasn't necessarily mad at it. I thought it could have went either way, but man.
I think Kevin O'Connell, Coach of the Year, is good.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah. Joe Burrow, Comeback Player of the Year. Yeah, I can see.
Wasn't really anybody else to give that award to in a sense.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints. I think all of them. The only one would be Defensive Rookie of the Year. I thought Quinyon Mitchell could have got it too. I think he should have gotten it. Yeah, that was good. That was a good, I think, good award, like divvies all around. I think everybody got what they deserved. I think Josh deserved MVP. I think Saquon could have won it, but like you said, it's politics. Man, it's gonna be a quarterback award regardless. It's fucking coaching news though. So the Saints are finalizing a deal with Kellen Moore to be their new head coach, and former Chargers head coach Brandon Staley has emerged as a serious candidate for the Saints defensive coordinator position. So I think, call me crazy, I think Dan Orlovsky is getting ready to go be the offensive coordinator in Philly to replace Kellen Moore. Call me crazy, but I think it's gonna be some
that'd be crazy
coming across here soon.
That'd be crazy
because he said a very cryptic message on the end of his ESPN, because after football season they all go take vacations.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, I won't be on TV for a long time." Dan Orlovsky to the Eagles. What do you think about Kellen Moore to the Saints?
Interesting.
You think it does anything for him?
I mean,
I think Kellen was a big part of the Eagles' offensive success this year.
Right, and I was gonna say, you can only move forward in a sense. Their expectations for the next few years shouldn't be ridiculously high. So it's one of those hires where he shouldn't be under too much pressure to come in and just be coach of the year one, so I think it could be a really interesting fit. It could be a really interesting fit because New Orleans does have weapons. They're not a horrible roster. They're just retooling. So
they're just okay.
Right.
I think excuse me. I think that's going to be their downfall, is that they're just okay.
Right. Being in purgatory is never fun. Right.
You're just you're a team. I think that they improve by a couple wins, maybe 3-4 wins, probably.
The benefit is they're in a division where a few more wins could get you into the playoffs.
The division. Yeah.
Probably won't go too much further than that.
No, if they get to the playoffs, it's first round exit. at least year 1 or
Right.
2.
Right.
So the Jets informed Aaron Rodgers in a meeting last week that they are moving on. He flew back to New Jersey just to be told it was over. So where do you see the 41-year-old quarterback ending up? You think it's done? You think he's done?
Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah. I said either that or he signs with the Raiders. But then Devontae Adams would just be pissed because he went to the Jets for no reason.
Oh boy. I guess that brings a good conversation. Is this the end of Devontae Adams in New York?
Yes.
Yes.
Has to be. He only went there to play with Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he end up?
That's a good question.
I don't think he retires. I think he goes to a desperate team. Nah, maybe. But who's desperate enough?
I think a contender, or even though we've seen like a diva side, I guess you could say, come out of him in these later years. I think a contender would be more than willing to pick up Devontae Adams. Because
he's talking about
A-Rod,
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. But no, he just said that Ant followed that and said D Adams is done there. He's gonna go to a Super Bowl contending team.
Yeah,
I couldn't agree more. He'll get released and go to like the Eagles or some dumb shit. He'll go somewhere stupid, or the Chargers,
Washington.
Yeah, Washington, the Chiefs. You're okay, buddy. I think it was us. We were delayed reading it. I didn't read it before Bobby said what he said. Also working. Oh, look at you watching us while you're working. What a cute guy. Yes. Washington would be good. Him and Jane Daniels would be dope.
Yeah.
So Deebo Samuels has requested a trade from the Niners in his exit interview. Where do you see him going?
Now that
is it Buffalo time?
No. Don't bring that attitude. No, we wouldn't go after a player of his caliber. Like, not, I shouldn't say caliber. We wouldn't go after a player with his attitude, stature, no matter the skill level. And sometimes that'll hurt us.
That's why you got rid of Stephon.
Yes, exactly.
That's why you got rid of.
That's why we pass on certain players in the draft. It's just, I don't know. So,
where do you see him going?
Depending on what they do at quarterback this year, the Jets. Yeah.
To do what?
To be that
1A,
1B. The Jets are going to give a better package than any other team, and it's not going to be much, but it's going to be a better deal than any other team is going to give San Francisco for Deebo. If not,
is there no channel point?
It's going to be
the Raiders,
New England, Carolina. It's going to be a team. It's going to be a team that's dying for a number one young quarterback. Need a number one receiver out there.
Is there no channel points or anything like that here? Not yet. You got to hit affiliate to get all that stuff. We're on the way there. Don't worry about it. We'll be there soon. Deebo is interesting. He's been injury prone recently, but I think he's a high value player. It just really depends on certain needs and everything. Steelers wouldn't be a bad idea. Resign Justin Fields. Sign him. Wouldn't be bad. They'll still stink. I don't think
maybe
they'll still get.
I don't
think Justin Fields is the answer anywhere.
Pittsburgh's also in a weird spot with salary, and they have two running backs that are both contracts are up at the same time. Najee and Jalen Warren both expire at the same exact time. So
next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. It's gonna be interesting. I think he ends up somewhere. It's trash though, probably.
Yeah.
So Derrick Henry took a joke in an interview with Micah Parsons that the Cowboys owner GM Jerry Jones has my number blocked. Henry previously confirmed that Dallas never reached out to him during free agency.
Sounds like Dallas.
What an idiot. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that Jerry Jones is an idiot.
Sounds like Dallas.
So Ant just brought up my next point, and I hadn't put this in here. So where do you think Myles Garrett ends up after requesting a trade from the Browns?
That one I have been thinking about too, and it has been like rattling.
There's two teams that make sense. I'll say that. Two teams that I think would make perfect sense for him defensive wise with their coach structure, at least.
And that is?
I think the Raiders to pair up with Max Crosby,
mm-hmm.
Pete Carroll. That's a Pete Carroll style player.
And they can also give up value. They also have.
I think the Eagles. I think Sirianni would go make that move to get Myles Garrett.
Bro.
Or I think Howie Roseman would do anything.
Philly needs to run out of cap room or something. Because, like, get out of here.
It's plausible.
My initial thought was Detroit. But Detroit runs at 3-4. So it'd be a weird adjustment. But for Myles Garrett, you make the move.
He could make it.
You know, so.
Philly's got to be close to cap. Yeah, no doubt they do. But they would make moves though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they would get rid of some of those. Like they would get rid of Devontae Smith, I think. Or AJ.
AJ, yeah, probably.
I think AJ would be the outlier.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit is a good one, but I think Dallas has potential on this one. For what? For what reason? That they're a sinking ship. They're getting ready to. I don't know.
You never know what Dallas is getting ready to do. That's the problem with Dallas. Dallas doesn't know what Dallas is going to do.
Right. Dallas isn't going to spend that money either. So yeah.
Washington. Don't count out Washington. Rookie quarter. Teams that have quarterbacks on rookie contracts would probably be first spot.
No, you'll never win again under Jared.
No.
That's over.
No.
So that ends with football. The last question I have, I'm gonna save for next week because I have two more questions I want to add to that.
Okay.
And I want to give you time to think about it because that's actually a really good thing that we're gonna do. So be looking forward to that next week when there's no fucking sports to talk about. There's gonna be no sports on next week, guys. Fucking All-Star break. Who cares about the All-Star break? All-Star break's a joke. Caitlin Clark didn't want to do the 3-point contest. So the NBA, brother, has been in a fucking frenzy.
Brother. So
there was a very unforeseen trade. Nobody saw this coming. I don't think anybody genuinely thought this was going to happen. The Mavericks trade Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. The full trade details are as followed. The Lakers get Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. The Mavericks get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and 2029 LA first-round pick. The Jazz get Jalen Hood, Shafano, 2025 Clippers second-round pick, and 2025 Mavericks second-round pick.
Are we playing a video game? Or is this
real life? So I have a very this has to be this is the only way it makes sense. So Luka would have made an All NBA team this year. He would have at least made All NBA third team, and he would have been due for a 5-year, $375 million deal. They were not going to pay him that. I think this may be the dumbest trade in the history of basketball. For the Dallas Mavericks. You gave up a 25-year-old ascending superstar who has been All NBA, All-Star.
Coming off a finals appearance.
And where he gave fucking everything he had and got hurt doing it. So he gained a little weight. And for an aging Anthony Davis who's already hurt.
It almost makes you wonder if this was more for the NBA than it was for
the teams.
Basketball.
It had to be like for the NBA.
Yeah, 25-year-old Luka.
I can't figure it out.
In LA, you got Tatum over in Boston, the biggest market.
They're trying to make like a them.
This
they
can't
have
be about. Yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense. It has to be about them getting Luka and maybe Jason Tatum like a magic bird kind of thing.
Right.
But no, that doesn't it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense for the Mavericks. You got 1 first-round pick when Rudy Gobert went for 5.
Mikal Bridges.
The ask for Cam Johnson was 4 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm. Portland said they're taking nothing less than 2 for Jeremy Grant. So,
Jeremy fucking Grant. I mind you. No, this is Jeremy Grant. He's a hooper. But he's not Luka fucking Doncic.
Right.
If all it took was Anthony Davis and a first-round pick and Max Christie, the Warriors should have said, I'll give you fucking...
The whole NBA would have.
I'll give you Andrew Wiggins.
Would have.
It doesn't... I have thought every which way about this. Genuinely. I'm genuine. Like it. I'm worried. I am speechless about it. Nico Collins. I don't even know his name. What's his name? The GM, is it Nico Collins?
Yes.
Fire him. If Mark Cuban was still the whole owner of the Mavericks, this would have never fucking happened.
Oh no. No.
Mark Cuban said he'd rather divorce his wife than give up Luka Doncic.
Mm-hmm.
You see Dirk? He put out a tweet. He was at Luka's first game. He said, I'm a Mav for life. He said, but I had to support my boy. Doesn't make sense.
Right.
Fire the GM. Jason Kidd didn't know. Luka didn't know. AD didn't know. They say LeBron didn't know. I don't believe that. I don't believe LeBron didn't know.
No shot he knew. No shot he knew.
No shot he didn't. No shot he didn't. There's no chance he didn't know. You don't just do something like that, because hear me out why. There was rumors LeBron wanted out of LA anyway, right? So there's no way you don't run, because LeBron has said it. Anthony Davis is one of his favorite teammates he's ever played with. There's no way you trade him without telling LeBron and not expecting him to be like, get me the fuck out of here.
When that trade is for Luka Doncic, yes, you do. Anybody else in the world? No. When it is for Luka Doncic,
because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make him a better fucking team. Like, it doesn't make him like a championship contender team, because it just makes 2 of the same players.
Why doesn't it?
Because it's 2 of the same people. LeBron is Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic's comp has been LeBron James.
Right.
So Luka doesn't play well off the ball.
Is Luka not one of those players though that makes you a championship contender by himself alone? No, you don't think so?
No.
I think so.
And
you've heard me. I haven't been sold on Luka. I think he is a giant liability on defense. But what I think this does for LeBron now is what makes them a championship contender.
So, but who's gonna guard?
Tice is gonna hold it down. Watch.
Who?
I shouldn't even have gotten into that yet. Daniel Tice. But just wait.
He signed with the Lakers?
If he will.
No, he won't. They just signed Alex Lynn.
Mm-hmm. And Daniel Tice is still in free agency.
They're not signing another fucking center.
Yes, they will. Watch.
No, they're not.
Watch.
No, they're not. And what the fuck is he gonna do? He's a 6'9" center that's gonna. You go against Jokic. Jokic is having his fucking way with the Lakers.
No. Well, will Jokic do his thing? Yes, but so is Luka and LeBron. Luka and LeBron.
In 4. Nuggets in 4. Fucking Spurs in 4.
The Nuggets aren't even going to the Western Conference Finals, so that doesn't.
The Lakers aren't making the playoffs this year. They're playing team at best.
Yeah.
Warriors in 4.
Over the Lakers? No.
Whoa. No. How, who the fuck on that team is guarding Steph Curry?
And vice versa. For Luka Doncic. And then LeBron James.
Jonathan Kuminga. Moses Moody. You throw the kitchen fucking sink at them. Or you just let Luka Doncic do his thing and lock down all the other bums. Ain't one other person on that team that's worth a fuck besides LeBron.
That's all you need. Is Luka and Bron.
Jimmy Butler, I think, could put up a good fight against Luka. He already did it.
Yeah. I don't think you shut Luka down, though.
I think he does better on Luka than Luka does on Steph. Because Luka would have to guard Steph. And Steph's having his fucking way with Luka Doncic.
And then Kuminga is slowing down LeBron James? No shot.
Yes.
No shot in hell.
Yes, sir.
Not even close. LeBron averages a triple-double on Kuminga.
Okay. And
30, 12, and 12. Like
Steph's averaging 47 and 5 on fucking 50% from the
Not to mention Golden State has the same quote-unquote problem LA would have with the bigs. So
Kevon Looney
is gonna
give me Kevon Looney over any Lakers.
It's gonna come down to Steph and Jimmy versus Bron and Luka, and that means you're telling me that Jimmy Butler is better than Luka Doncic.
No, I'm saying Steph Curry is better than both of the other two.
Steph is not better than LeBron.
Yes, he is. There is not a single player in the world right now no way you would take LeBron over Steph right now.
Yes.
Because if you swapped and you put Steph with Luka, it would be a million times better of a fit. Because then Steph could play off the ball and Luka could have the ball in his hand.
Right. I wouldn't argue that.
And then because
I think he does not, and we're about to see that. We're going to see that.
No, but you're about to see that LeBron does have to have the fucking ball in his hands.
And he doesn't, and we're gonna see.
No way you think he doesn't.
I watched it happen with Miami when D-Wade bought out.
Time out. I have to say this before I forget. LiAngelo Ball is performing at the halftime show.
I've seen that.
I had to say that shit because I forgot about it. Had to swear because I just got a text message about Valentine's Day, and for some reason it made me think of Bert Swerve in that corner. Whoa. I don't know why. But no, there's no way you think that. I would take Warriors in 4. Maybe not 4, but Warriors win that series altogether.
I completely disagree.
Because I don't know that even Luka Doncic is gonna make it to play that one. I don't think that Cav is gonna be the same this year.
Right.
I think his Cav is gonna be. It's gonna be. He looks slow. Like obviously he played for the first time in a while, but he just looks. It doesn't look like he's gonna ever be 100% of that Cav. But another trade that happened, the Spurs got De'Aaron Fox. So the Spurs got De'Aaron Fox, the Kings got Zach LaVine, the Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 pick via Sacramento. I think that makes them a play-in team.
What a move for San Antonio.
Wemby. What a move for Wemby.
Way to do it quick.
Call that building around your young star.
I don't think that they make the play-in or playoffs this year, but it was
so they're already a play-in team right now. Currently, if the playoffs ended today, they're a play-in team.
San Antonio, no.
Are they not?
The two play-in teams would be Minnesota and Dallas, and then behind them is Sacramento and Golden State.
So I think they could, because I think
so
Sacramento drops.
1 through 4 is almost OKC, Memphis, Denver, and the Lakers. Houston 5, the Clippers at 6.
I think
and then
Minnesota
7 through 10 is close.
I think Minnesota drops. I think San Antonio could catch the back end of Dallas, because I think Dallas drops now that Anthony Davis is hurt. I don't think Kyrie Irving's enough to keep you afloat. So I think the Warriors and them move up, and I think San Antonio replaces, you know what I mean? So I think they end in as like the last playing team.
Sacramento falls, obviously, now. That's a given. They fall out because they're at 9. Minnesota's not falling. I don't see happening. Anthony Edwards.
You have them winning the fucking championship.
You don't want to know who I got winning the chip now.
You have the Lakers winning.
No, I have Boston still. But the Lakers are going to the Western Conference Finals.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. I think you're sleeping, and the Lakers are clear. The Lakers are in the playoffs.
I may be yawning, but I'm fully awake.
The Lakers aren't missing the playoffs, not even close. The Lakers may be the 2 seed when the year is over.
Nah.
I'm telling you, they are 3.5 games out of the 2 seed right now. And I was with Anthony Davis.
We'll have to see how that. Yeah, that's right. Think with Anthony Davis, they're about to get fucking.
Regardless, I think from
teams are going to average 140 on them.
Is going to be damn. It's going to be some good playoff series, regardless. But Dallas, that'll be the interesting one, like you were talking about.
So
because I don't think Kyrie
to go along. So let me preface this, right? So to go along with the Doncic trade, the Lakers also traded Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, and the 2023 unprotected first-round pick and a 2020 and a 2030 pick swap to the Charlotte Hornets for center Mark Williams. But the Lakers say that the Mark Williams Dalton Knecht trade has been rescinded. Mark Williams' physical with the Lakers showed multiple issues, and the team failed him on the physical. The physical was not failed due to his lower back, however.
Which was the big concern with Mark Williams.
But now the Hornets are trying to dispute that and still get Dalton Knecht. Fucking weird situation, because I don't think Dalton Knecht plays another game for the Lakers.
That's such a crazy situation.
How would you? If you're Mark Williams or Dalton Knecht, 2 young guys, I'm saying fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. Dalton Knecht said he needed personal time to process the entire situation. I completely respect that.
100%.
I completely understand that.
100%.
You just tried to trade me middle of my rookie year. You expect me to just show up and play ball again? Nah. No. So what do you think happens? Do you think they get that trade to go through somehow? Or do you think, what would you do?
So this is kind of interesting to me, because in a sense, I feel like you have to try and continue to push it through. No, you
have to. You've burned bridges there, I think.
On both sides. Obviously, we're trying to do
you gotta give Dalton Knecht a fucking payday already.
Yeah.
You gotta like, all right, buddy, sorry. We're sorry. Here's the rookie extension already. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm Dalton Knecht, you gotta give me something.
Right.
You know Mark Williams.
Right.
Mark Williams with the Hornets. I don't see him playing for the Hornets again.
It's a crazy situation.
It's unforeseen. I've never seen it.
Right.
So now What do you think happens? What do you think is the end game?
They're traded. I think it falls through somehow.
Do you think it goes through now, or do you think it's one of those off-season deals?
Probably an off-season thing though.
I think that as well. So I have a team that I think is going to win the championship. Actually, the first time I've said it aloud. First time I've said it aloud. But I think the Cavs get a championship this year, due to what I'm about to say.
Great.
So the Atlanta Hawks traded forward DeAndre Hunter to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Karis LeVert, Joris Nang, and 3 second-round fucking picks and 2 pick swaps. So listen, DeAndre Hunter got more for him than Luka Doncic did.
Right.
So
to put that trade
DeAndre Hunter is what the Cavs needed. He's a scoring forward that'll lock down your best player.
A 3-and-D player. Exactly
you see, they saw exactly how the Celtics were building it, and it's all fucking forwards.
Yep.
So I think that makes them the best team in the East.
That is the Eastern Conference Finals, in my opinion.
1-2, yeah. Boston. And I think Boston has more holes than the Cavs do right now. If Donovan Mitchell is playing at his full potential, let me say that. It's all depending on if Donovan Mitchell's playing like the Donovan Mitchell that was averaging 30 in the beginning of the year, or if he's playing like the Donovan Mitchell that was averaging 19 over the last 10 games.
Right.
It's all dependent, and it's all dependent on Darius Garland. Like, if everything goes right, I think the Cavs are the best team in the East. On paper, let me say.
I still got Boston. I think the 1-2 punch is just too strong overall.
Too much.
Yeah,
I could agree.
I think it's a really, really good series. Minimum 6 games. Minimum 6. Yeah, 7 ideally. That could be a 7 minimum 6 winner. Yeah,
that's a game 7 game winner. Fucking, you know what I mean? Should be one of those games. So I think that's my team that's my surprise team out there. And I think that's one of those moves that didn't get talked about enough, really.
That could have been arguably the best move made at the deadline.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Luka Doncic trade is obviously crazy and amazing for the Lakers, but we're in video game land with that trade. That wasn't even real.
I'm trying to look. Yeah. So Chicago and Lonzo Ball have agreed on a 2-year, $20 million extension with a lot of incentives.
Good for Zoe.
Yeah, because there was a lot of teams that were trying at the deadline trying to get Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
And that shows commitment on both ends.
Right.
Which I'm big on.
Right.
I'm big on that. I hope he gets that. And I hope he stays there long term.
Mm-hmm.
So the Pelicans traded Brandon Ingram to the Toronto Raptors, and then they turned and gave him a $120 million deal over 3 years with a player option in 2028. Big for BI. I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
It gives a scoring forward to hang around Scotty Barnes, which I think is big for the Raptors.
For sure. He's still young. And the Pelicans weren't going to have money to pay him what he was worth. So it was kind of a win for both sides. Yeah.
Yeah. It was one of those situations where they paid Zion and they just didn't have the money to pay BI.
Right.
So I think that's a big pick for Toronto, and I think it helps them now. They can go and grab somebody else to help them further.
Yeah. And they're building a good foundation. They got Scotty, like you said, BI now, Grady Dick. So they're building something. A nice young core over there.
Grady what?
Oh. Yeah.
I need Bruce Brown or Nasir Little to do a jersey swap. Little Dick would be the best jersey swap probably ever.
Did you see when him and Anthony Black did a jersey swap?
Yeah, Black Dick. I need brown dick, black dick, little dick, white dick. I need everybody with a cool last name to jersey swap with Grady.
Literally.
Yeah. I need everybody that has like a last name that ends in like a little dick, big dick. Who would be the best jersey swap for Grady Dick? It's gotta be Little, right? Unless you're Little.
It would have to be. I'm thinking it would have to be.
Yeah, it has to be. Like, Little Dick has to be the best jersey swap to go along with Grady Dick. Brown Dick could be funny. Black Dick already is hilarious.
Yeah.
White Dick is funny too. There's another funny name that you could see out there. I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Trey Young.
Young Dick would be funny too. That would be funny. That would be hilarious. There's a lot of names actually. You could yeah, there's a lot of names that could be fucking comedy gold with jersey swap. I don't think the NBA is gonna allow it, unfortunately.
Nah.
I think they already put a stop to it actually with Grady and Anthony Black. Because Black Dick was comical.
Yo.
That shit didn't get talked about.
Yo. That was a crazy one. That one was crazy.
And like they can say they didn't mean to do it. I don't give a fuck.
They did.
That
was intentional.
That was 100% intentional. Grady Dick knows what he's doing. Grady Dick knows. But can they really put a stop to jersey swaps? Because then they gotta put a stop to jersey swaps altogether, right?
Altogether, yeah. And then I wouldn't doubt they do something like that.
They have to.
Give me 1 sec. Let me grab my water.
No, you're good. But realistically, like, to continue talking about something like that, like without Bobby being here, I think they would have to do something more because you can't just say, like, look, you can't say no dick jersey swaps because then it's like, oh, bro, you're discriminating against my last name being Dick. Or do they make him change the last name on the back of the jersey? Like, I'm gonna bring that up to Bobby because I think like would they make him change the maybe last name on the back of his jersey? Would they make other players just not like maybe outline like you can't have the last name Black, Brown, White, Little, Young, like anything funny like Curry Dick? I guess Curry Dick would be funny too, actually. No, see, like any name's funny. Like Tatum Dick's funny.
Might be.
No, you're good. Stay hydrated, my friend. So what I was just talking to the team about is, do you think it gets to a point to where they just outline like funny names? Like you can't have like White Dick, Brown Dick, Black Dick. But then I was like, well, Curry Dick would still be funny,
right? Like then you get into
like, Tatum Dick would still be fucking hilarious.
And what's funny to one may be not funny to someone else.
I'm gonna let you know, I'm a laugh regardless.
Right.
Anything Dick, I'm gonna laugh at. Antetokounmpo Dick, I'm laughing. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm laughing. Lillard Dick, I'm laughing. Hero Dick, laughing. Butler Dick, Butler the third Dick, I'm laughing.
Dick Hunter.
Yeah, 100%. Just flip it. Now we can start flipping them. Dick Hunter, Hunter Dick. Like we can flip them. Like you can start flipping shit. We can get creative. You can go fucking. I don't think you can outlie Grady Dick doing jersey swaps without stopping jersey swaps.
Oh, you'd have to stop everyone.
Which I don't think they're gonna do. So we were talking about BI. So we talked about the Lakers signing Alex Lynn. Okay. So the Anthony Davis is out moving forward. We talked about that. Giannis is out moving forward as well with an injury. So you have Kyrie Irving will replace him in the All-Star game, and Trae Young will replace Giannis in the All-Star game for the East. Who do you think should have replaced those two in the All-Star game?
In the East, it should have definitely been Melo to me.
Thank you. Fuck.
And
I was hoping you said.
I don't care if their team only has 13 wins. He has just been having a better year. I didn't know we were like,
yeah, I didn't know we were
team all-star folks. Like,
yeah, that's not
because if that's the case, OKC should just be the entire all-star roster for the West.
Yeah,
if we're going off record,
Chet should have been the replacement.
It should have been OKC versus Cleveland. Boys have like 19 losses total on the whole season together. So
that's what I mean. It's like, so you're agreeing that you think Trae Young and LaMelo should have been. I think Trae Young's a good pick, actually. I like Trae. I do like Trae, but I think I like LaMelo more.
Yes, and LaMelo's statistically having a better
year.
So
he is. And I think yeah. So I would take Trae Young in the East, and then the West. The West is the harder one, I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying Kyrie is not an all-star, but there's some guys that could have got the nod.
Like De'Aaron Fox.
I think De'Aaron Fox getting traded hurt him. I think that's kind of what the deterioration was.
So my problem with that was before he was traded, his team was in the play-in, playoff hunt with him as the number one, so.
Which is true, which is 100% a fact. So it begs the problem of who, now that's a 1v1 thing. If you take, because we're thinking that, just to make it clear here, we're thinking that we're talking about the replacement for who would have replaced Anthony Davis and who we thought would have replaced him. Just to loop back into what we're talking. We're talking about who replaces Anthony Davis and who replaces Giannis in these games. Which again, there's probably, I hope not, but there's probably going to be one or two more injuries before the All-Star break. To some players they're like, I think we're not going to play. But 30,000 career points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
30,000 career points for KD. He's just the 8th player in NBA history to actually reach that mark. So, where does that put Kevin Durant all time?
Not in the top 10.
You don't think that makes him top 10? You don't think that makes him a top 10 player?
Off scoring alone is kind of tough. I don't think.
He's a top 10 scorer.
Right. And that's what I mean. Being that high in scoring does not make you a top 10 player, though. Yeah.
I think he's top 1 or 2 scorers to ever play the game of basketball.
Yes.
But I don't think he's a top 5 player.
I just can't. The top 10, I can't put him past any single player I have in the top 10. So Not 11 either, because the 11 spot for me is that player's better. 15-ish range, maybe. I'd have to think about it.
I think all time he's not, so you can't put him over Steph,
who is 10 or 11 for me all time. Yes, I know how you feel about that, but for me, he's 10 or 11. It depends on where you have Magic. And I have Curry over Magic now, so he's 10, Magic
That just 11. That hurt me a little bit. Because I know you don't mean it personal. And you're not telling me fuck me that you hate me. No, I'm not gonna take it as that.
If it makes you feel any better, Steph could still keep going. He's still playing basketball. He could keep rising. Amongst those. The finals against Boston clarified him for number 10 for me. It was close with that one. That one sold it for me.
I think that put him top 5.
Top 5.
Give me a second here because I think we're having a... No, we're not having a drop in frames. No, we're not. Never mind. Just kidding. The pod is looking good. Just looked at my phone. We're looking good. We're looking clean. No, top 5 is crazy. I think... that hurts. Actually,
top 5 is tough. It's tough.
Is there anything?
Yeah, and it's so here's the problem, and we're kind of way off track with this. Here's my problem: is it may be unfair, but the defensive side, although you're a better defender now by times 10 as opposed to what you were before, the top 5 are all like at least good defender, so if Curry was,
I can see that,
if he played this level of defense that he's played these past 3 to 4 seasons, his entire career, it's an entirely different argument. It's just us. Now, if we're talking putting the ball in the basket, if we're talking offense, we're talking playmaking, he's top 3 in probably every single one of those categories. It's just
no, okay. I can. So
he's not 6'10", so it's tough to.
Yeah, it's tough to put him in a top 5 realm. But then then that begs the question of who is the top 5?
No order. Bron, MJ, Kobe. Kareem.
What's that for me? I'm not putting any older player in the top 5 greatest players ever.
It's tough because
nobody before 1996. It was like Kobe, Jordan, Bron, Steph, Duncan would be, I think. I like TD, man. I like TD a lot.
Kareem has to be in there for me.
No. You think he's over TD?
Yeah.
Realistically?
Unfortunately,
would you say he's over
yes.
TD?
Unfortunately, yes. I think
but
the times make it matter. Tim Duncan's era was far more elite than
the thing is
Kareem's
era. But then let's all right. So
that's like a benefit towards Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. It's still so it's like a
Bill Russell situation. Point, who could stop Kareem? You know what I'm saying? Who could stop him? And that's why his numbers are outrageous like that. But
do you think if we use that argument, we have to take them both out? because you can't discredit TD for having a very elite era and then also use it against him that he had a very elite era. You know what I mean? You can't be like, well, you played against really elite guys, so you're not top 5. But you played against elite guys, so you're not top 5. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It does.
Because we can't say you played against great guys, so you're not top 5. You won 5 championships. You're not a top 5 player all time. But hey, man, you played top 5 players, and you should be considered to be a top 5 player.
6 MVPs, so it's like it's tough.
So like again, that begs my question.
In points all time.
That asks me how much does winning fucking matter when it comes to top 5? Because if we're talking winning, he's a 5-time champion.
Bill Russell's the GOAT if we're talking winning.
Yeah, right.
So that's why it can't.
Then, all right. So also the fact that then take Kobe out because he has the same amount of championships as Kobe.
I don't think winning should be. I don't think winning should be the determinant factor.
Right. Okay, so we're in agreement on that. At least
I think Timmy and Kareem is really close. And if you were to tell me, hey, I think Tim Duncan is better than Kareem, I wouldn't argue that with you. You know, like I would give you my argument, but I don't think that it's wrong. You know what I mean? I think Kareem is a little bit better, but that's just my opinion.
Just because I just don't think the game back then was as elite as when Tim Duncan was playing. I just don't.
I feel the same way as MJ versus Kobe, though, for that debate. I feel like when Kobe played basketball, it was at like 10 times higher level skill level than MJ.
Again,
that's what makes it tough. That's what makes it tough.
Exactly. It's the same argument you and I made in one of the last pods. It's hard to put a cap on when or who.
What I can do is I can tell you my top 10, not in any order, if that makes things better. I have, like I said, MJ, Bron, Kobe, Kareem, Tim Duncan, since you already mentioned his name, he's in there for me, obviously. Wilt is in there for me. Shaq, Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Magic, Curry, Magic, however you want to.
Curry gets the nod over Magic just because if you're going to put Wilt or Kareem, I think that kind of neglects Magic. Because you can't say Kareem and Wilt without saying Magic.
Granted, this was like no order. Magic would probably, because Magic would be higher on this list for me than Wilt would be.
Wilt's not on mine at all. Because I think Giannis is better all time than Wilt.
I could see that.
Just for winning a championship with Milwaukee. I think that puts him top higher than Wilt. But then they asked the question of, again, it's winning, but it's winning in the fashion that he won.
Right.
I think more or less begs the question because he won in Milwaukee. That was a sexy championship. Yeah. Like he got a 50 in the game 7. He did it his way. Right. So it's like, it begs that question that does that make Giannis better than Wilt all time? Or does that make, you know what I mean? So how much does that championship matter? But I don't think, So the only thing I think I would argue would be Wilt. Out of that, who you said.
I can say that.
Everybody else I'm pretty cool on. I would slide probably TD and Giannis. I like Giannis, man. I do.
I'm a fan of Giannis. I think Giannis is.
I think he doesn't
not
get the
credited enough. Yeah, agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
Everybody wants to be like, oh, he just runs in dunks, but he just runs in dunks and won a championship.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he runs in dunks and
defensive player of the year, all defensive teams.
Like, you're not scoring on him. You're not better than him off. Like, oh, Now, I think his offensive bag is. I think it sucks. I think his offensive bag is
as long
trash.
as you put the ball in the basket, I don't care how you do it.
Right. I
I
don't
don't
give a
care
fuck.
how you do it.
I'm a hey, listen. Listen. The game always has been and always will be about buckets. Shout out Uncle Drew.
Put the ball in the basket.
Because the game always has been, always will be about buckets. It's about how many points you score. It's not about how many times you stop the opposition.
Right.
That's again why I think now the Spurs are gonna kind of have maybe another second, third kind of run at a dynasty, maybe if they get one more piece. I think one more piece is there for them because they have a point guard that in De'Aaron Fox that.
And I'm big on Stephon Castle. I think a few years from now, Stephon Castle could be a
that boy. I love that boy, man.
Yo, fun fact.
Boy, I love
playing last time we played with Sharm on Warzone. Remember, that was who I was predicting to win Rookie of the Year with Stephon Castle.
He did say that. I don't think he does, but that good player. Is really good player. Very solid. Yeah. That was a very solid call. Fun fact. I think that might be your best prediction you've had. That might be your best call, is Stephon Castle. Because I think you said he was going to be one of the best players moving forward.
Yeah.
And I think you nailed that shit on the dome. Because that man is he's cold. He's cold.
Plays two just sides like I like, really well.
Yeah, he plays two sides really well. Just like I also like, but then let's flip. I mean, you can flip that is when you're talking about rookies that are going to make a difference for long terms. You got to talk about the kid from Minnesota.
Yeah.
You got to bring up
Rob Dillingham.
You got to bring up Dillingham. Yeah, you got to bring up Rob. Rob has to be brought up.
For sure.
Because I think he means just as much to Minnesota as Stephon Castle could mean in his role as well.
For sure.
I just think it's all kind of going to be like end up being role driven and role based and like who, because again, I personally would like to see I'd like to see them surround them with more young talent.
For sure.
Who would you like to see the Spurs go get? To kind of, because they got Harrison Barnes. So now a lot of people want to say that like, oh, Harrison Barnes is not good. But Harrison Barnes is a good like vet.
A good vet to have on your roster.
He's a 20 to 22 a game vet who now isn't going to cost that much.
Right.
So he can get a bucket. He cost Steph a championship, but he can get a bucket. So like, who would you? And this is gonna be all right. So, fun fact: this is now the GM game that I want to play. We're gonna put on our general manager hats for the young stars. We're putting on our general manager hats for the young stars. So the young stars being Wemby, Luka, and whoever else you would want to put in that top. Okay. But at this point right now, we're talking about of course. But at this point right now, I want to hear about Wemby.
San Antonio.
Because I personally think San Antonio is one piece away from becoming the best team in the NBA. With the coach. Let me say that. So, who would you put in San Antonio to make them that team?
So, my first thought is going to be a more realistic target, I feel like. could be, because there's obviously, you could say players like Curry, you could say Brown, fucking Luke, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Excuse me. Realistically, I think maybe he's not a superstar, but he fits the role in San Antonio and could be the player that helps put you over that little bit of hump as a third scorer. And I think that's Lauri Markkanen, who Utah is not exactly, even though they extended him, not tied in with. I think they extended him so they don't lose him for nothing. And that could be a player that could step in, play the 3, could play the 4 if he needs to. Doesn't be the need to be the number 1 or 2. You know, shoots the ball at a really high clip. He's shooting over 40% from 3 this year. So I think that could be like a realistic target that could really, really, really help that team.
Another Euro player.
Yeah. Before he went to Golden State, I thought Jimmy Butler could be a realistic target for San Antonio, and I thought he would have fit well there with them. What else?
Because really, I think the need now is just going to be, because now you have a scoring point guard. You have your center. So now I think you need a wing.
Right.
So, like, yes,
and they didn't have to move
is a scoring wing.
High, so that's key, because whether you keep him or now use him as an asset for something else,
Right.
So
the guy that I think they're gonna go grab is gonna end up being somebody like maybe a CJ McCollum, maybe like one of those kind of guys, one of those guys that can get you a bucket in the fourth quarter.
Right. Someone who can create their own shot.
Right.
Wemby takes a break. Even if it's not the fourth, Wemby sits down for a minute. Somebody who can get you 10 points while he's on the bench.
Okay. So, GM hat, who do you go put with Luka besides obviously LeBron? Who is the Lakers now target that you would go and try and grab?
Again, I'm going to go a little realistic here in a sense. Well, I hope. Why I don't feel like they're going to extend him and they're not tied to him in the Lakers should target is Jalen Duren from Detroit. Big man, a lot of upside. I think they end up paying him over Jaden Ivey, but him and Jaden Ivey both are going to need paid at the same time. So one of them are going to get paid, one of them probably not. And I think that's who the Lakers should have originally target and should still be going after.
I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good call, bro. That's a good call. Yeah. I think that would take them to I think they could then kind of compete for the West with that move.
At least borderline compete for the West.
Right. Yeah. Around that team.
For sure.
Yeah, I like that. I like that move. If the Mark Williams move falls through.
Right.
Because if Mark Williams falls through, then you don't really need Jalen Duren.
Right.
Jalen Duren. Because you have Mark Williams. So you just need to, Right. So now my question would turn around to they would go and then and be Ja Morant. What do you do with Ja?
Call me crazy. Move on from Desmond Bane. Get something in return for Desmond Bane. Something, because I think you put Desmond Bane on a different team and let him kind of do his thing somewhere else. He can be that one maybe 2 for you, like that 1 and B type of player for you. I just don't think it's all working in totality in Minnesota.
Right.
You
So
need
hot take here.
Talk to me.
I'm over Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when the team when your team performs at but not worse, like they perform better and they're not too bad without you, right? So it makes me think like how much are you like how are you really the star? Right? Like is he the young star we think he is? Same level as Wemby, same level as Luka, same level.
I
Like is
think
he
is better than a lot of people even give him credit for.
Do you? Okay.
Yes.
So would you
I
put him
think
on would you
the
put him on
problem
the
is
same
his
category
character
as
is not there, and we've talked about that countless times. If you have a bad character, it usually doesn't work out too well for you. And
same category as Luca though? And them is my question. Do you put him same category as those guys?
I think it depends who you mean by those guys, because I think it's tough because
Who are those guys?
how
so who are
big
those
is
guys?
that category of those guys? You know what I mean? Because I feel like Shea, Jason Tatum,
Oh no.
Luka,
Here's the thing. That was my
Wemby,
next guy, but Shea's
Jokic,
unfair to ask.
Giannis. Like there is a long list of those guys. You know,
do you think Shea's unfair to ask? Just due to the fact
that they are what more like I don't know. They know better. Presti knows better than me. He's doing his thing over there. So
no, Sam Presti's that fucking guy.
Man.
I'm out on Ja. I think
Ja is the number 1 on a championship team. He just needs
I don't think he's the number 1.
He needs a Greg Popovich.
No. Yeah. So, but yeah. Maybe no. Actually, no. I don't agree with that. I don't think he's the number 1 on a championship team. He hasn't developed a jump shot. He has off-court issues.
He shoots pretty well. That's the problem. Is everything else right?
No. Yeah. Is the off-court? I don't like his jump shot enough. I don't think it's developed enough. Fast enough. Right? Like right now, that's going to be their problem. Is that I don't think he's not going to outscore Anthony Edwards. He's not going to outscore Luka. Right? So like when it comes to that, right? So when you go in a 7-game series, right?
Can he though? Yes. I think he can.
I don't think so. Who are you taking? You taking him or Anthony Davis 7-game series?
Him or Anthony Davis or Anthony Edwards?
Or I mean,
Anthony Edwards for sure.
Anthony Edwards.
I think he's a much better player.
Him, Luka Doncic scoring the ball 7-game series.
Scoring the ball, Luka Doncic. Yeah, fair.
So you're already 2, right? So
that would be Shea, probably yes. Shea. But that would be probably where it ends out west. I think he's scoring more than Wemby. No. He's scoring more than
but then you can't really
that's a tough one. He's big, he plays big. Just like Jokic. He's gonna outscore Jokic, but Jokic is gonna do more for the rest of the box score. He outscores anybody on Houston's roster who's in the playoff hunt. He outscores anybody on the Clippers roster who's in the playoff hunt.
But I also think that they just I think
Minnesota's problem is Jaren Jackson is not taking that next step.
No, I like
Jaren Jackson can't rebound the ball
Jackson
to save his life. He can't.
But I like him more than I like
save his life, and that's my problem. You're a 4. You're a big man. You're not a stretch wing.
But he's a point. Okay, so then let's say he's a point guard that doesn't facilitate.
Then that's a wrong situation then. And that's they won't shake it up to find out because they think that they can compete, but that's
how are you a point guard that can't doesn't distribute the ball, but also doesn't score the ball at a high enough clip. Right?
I think you're. I don't know. I think you may be wrong on Ja Morant. I think you may be wrong on Ja Morant.
Am I wrong on Ja? Okay. Why?
This year he's averaging 7.5 assists. Last year he averaged 8.2.
Mm-hmm.
The shooting, that is somewhat of a problem this year. He's having a bad shooting year. Here, let me pull up the stats for.
He's also had a bad shooting year. I mean, I would want to say prominently. What's the because like I don't think he's that much of a. I think he has a lot of bootios for breakfast.
3-point percentages over the years: 34, 30, 34.5, 30, 28, 33.
It's not doing
it. I can deal with that.
That's no, you cannot.
I can do that.
No.
If you're giving
no. You're giving me
27, 28, 27, 26 points per game
on 28
minimum
field.
No, from 3. So if we're averaging his entire career, it would be 24 points, 7.5 assists, 5 rebounds, 32% from 3, 47% from the field. I can do that. You are not the best shooter on my roster. Desmond Bane needs to be an elite shooter. I can do that.
No. I rather. You said ship Desmond Bane.
Yes.
I'm shipping Ja Morant to build around the core. I personally think it would be easier to build around Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, and the guys they have more than build around just Ja. You can give me that at least. Or no. Or not.
Yeah.
Right? Like you have to give me that, right? Like you can't tell me that it's easier to build around Ja Morant.
As a GM though, if you gave me the option of they just
traded Luka Doncic.
You take 1 Ja Morant or you take 2 Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson, I am taking Ja Morant.
They just traded Luka Doncic.
In the worst trade we've ever seen.
Okay. Right. So like nobody's untouchable, I don't think.
That's fair.
Now I don't think anybody's untouchable. I think the game now, no, nobody can be untouchable. The only person, right? And this is going to be the only person that I think is going to be untouchable, right? Is going to be Wemby. Wemby's never going anywhere. People are going to go there.
Right? Unless he wants to leave. I think he is the
just randomly just like, oh, I'm going to trade you. No.
I think he is the only untouchable player. I don't think another one exists.
Shea is untouchable. I don't think, because again, he's one of those like, I'm trading Chet before I trade him. I'm trading J-Dub before I trade him. I'm trading any of those guys. Any of them.
As much as I think his skill, I think he should be an untouchable. I don't think, because if someone came to you with the correct offer, if they say, hey, I got Luka Doncic and a first-round pick for the next 7 years for Shea, you don't. Yes, you do it. I think, as much as I hate it, I think Wemby's size is part of what makes him untouchable. I think being that big with that skill set is what makes him untouchable.
I am not trading fucking Shea for Luka. No.
With 5 first-round picks, yeah. Yeah.
You gotta give me Luka LeBron, Bronny.
You want the organization, huh? Give me the team.
And 7 first-round picks. That's what you gotta give me. Because Shea is swaggy, bro. He's swaggy. I think, you know what I mean? Like, I like his swag, I think.
For sure.
And he's humble.
Mm-hmm.
You don't worry about him. He's there. He plays. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just, like, I think that's more or less what it is. No. We're not trading that. No. We're not. No. You're not serious. Like you would. So you're telling me you would trade Luka for Shea? Is what you're saying?
With 5 first-round
18 first-round picks.
with an extended Sam Presti deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But straight up, at this point in time, no. Maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, yes. But today,
no.
Yeah.
No. Shea is him.
He plays both sides of the ball really well.
Oh man. All right. So here's what we're gonna do now, right? So it's off season for basketball. It is off season now or it's not off season for basketball, sorry. It is off season for football. And it is about to be All-Star break. Sorry, for basketball, right? So here's what we are about to do for next week, right? Here's the thing, right? We're gonna make every move that we think every football team needs to make, because right, the Titans are open to trading the #1 pick. We talked about it, right? So draft's about to happen. Free agency still going. Still a lot of free agents. The buyout market is still live for the NBA. A lot of guys are about to get bought out after their deals. Like, I think Marcus Smart gets bought out. I think a lot of guys get bought out over this next little bit. So when that does happen next week, here is what we're gonna do, right? Mock drafts for next week. How many picks do you want to do, right? Like, do you want to do the entire first round? Or do you want to do top 10?
We could do first round if you want.
All right.
One pick.
We're gonna go ahead. All right. So we're gonna go from 1 to 32, including trades. All right, including trades for football next week. And then we are going to build every team's roster for the playoffs that we think needs to happen in the buyout market.
I like that.
And I want to start talking about baseball, because baseball is getting hot. We're going to start talking about who we think is going to win there. Yeah. We're going to go there. So, Mr. BBL Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like, you got them BBTs?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Bobby is going to go ahead and go with Bobby's bold takes for this week. And then I'm going to end it with CT's Credit Stats of the Day. And then we're going to go from there. Yes, sir. Bobby, let's hear him.
Bold take number 1. How bold this is, I don't know, but this is the foreseeable future. I'm telling you guys right now. Put money on this. Rub your head on a bald head. Rub your hand on a bald head. 2 years from now, when Luka Doncic's contract is up, he will be playing for the Denver Nuggets, and him and Jokic will be the craziest duo we have ever seen. He's going to play with Jokic.
So you do not believe he's going to stay in LA?
I don't even think he wanted to go to the LA. I think that was all NBA ratings based. The NBA needed a boost because the NBA is seeing some of the lowest viewership they've seen in the past 15 years. They needed a boost. That was the boost they needed, but he doesn't want to be in LA, and he's going to go play with his best friend of basketball, Jokic.
Oh, yes, sir.
My bold take number 2, and this one makes me a little happy. Sorry, had something on my lip. Although they are not a professional sports team because this is college, I think the Buckeyes are the next team we see in national sports to win 3 championships in a row.
So you think they 3-peat? You think they got 2 more in a row?
I think the Buckeyes are about to 3-peat. Yes.
Nice. Yes, sir. You know, all right. So like, I love Bobby's bold takes. Like, yeah, like I gotta say, because like, yes, sir. That's huge. Because like, if they do, you called it in dominant fashion. Yes, sir. We love that. Oh, the Buckeyes. You gotta have one more from me, right?
That was it. That was it for me. Unfortunately.
Bobby's bold take number 3 for me, right? Is Bobby's about to be the best defense coordinator.
Yeah. I like that one.
Let's get. So CT's crazy stat number 1 of the day. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, right, has more Super Bowl appearances. Right? You heard that, right?
Appearances.
Then Lamar Jackson has Super Bowl playoff wins. So he has more Super Bowl appearances than these quarterbacks have wins. So Lamar Jackson only has 3 playoff wins. Dak Prescott only has 2 playoff wins. Kirk Cousins only has 1. Daniel Jones only has 1. Trevor Lawrence only has 1. How you feel about
that? That's wow. I mean, greatness on Mahomes we have for sure, but like Lamar, Dak, and Trevor Lawrence.
The Dak one is a big one.
are pretty bad. Lamar too, because yes, he's 2-time MVP, unanimous MVP. That's tough.
Not better than Josh Allen.
No.
Josh Allen's better.
Yeah.
I just want to prove that, right?
Yeah.
That proves it. Josh Allen's better. All right. So you want to hear crazy one? Crazy stat number 2. On 08/17 of 1957, right? Crazy as fuck, right? A lady got hit with 2 foul balls at the same at bat.
Wow, that is tough.
So on that day,
I thought you were gonna say in the same year or something. Oh my god, the same that is nuts.
The same, it is facts, right? It's factually proven. In that game, she got hit by the same foul ball, by 2 foul balls in the same at bat.
That is nuts.
We love that. Yeah. She hates her life. She's never going to another game.
She never went to another baseball game ever.
And crazy stat number 3, right? In 2003, Bruce Brown shot 44% from the 3-point line, right? But only shot 40 from the free throw line. So in 2003, Bruce Brown had a better 3-point percentage than he had free throw percentage.
How does that even happen?
Oh, I don't know. But you want to hear something even crazier? Speaking of free throws,
talk to me.
The final crazy stat is Dwight Howard missed more free throws in one season, 366, than Steve Nash did his entire career, 324.
Holy. That's nuts.
Talk about it, brother. You know? Talk about crazy stats. I think those last three might have been the craziest.
Yeah.
Those might have been like
getting hit with two foul balls in the same at bat is kind of like somebody needs sued or something at that point.
Yeah, that was intentional. Had to be, right? Like, that would be like that. But then you think about it, like, how? How does that happen?
Right.
How does that happen? The likeliness of that happening or not, like, you can't script that on.
No shot.
There's no way you can script that. The ball.
And if it was, you're the greatest baseball player ever. You're the greatest player.
Who is
ever,
that guy?
Right?
Who is that guy?
That's the question.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer for the rest of his fucking career.
That moment made him a Hall of Famer.
Bruce Brown stinks. 44 from the three, but only 40 from the free throw line. You stink. And then Dwight Howard can't shoot free throws to save his life either. More in one season. So, or does that mean he sucks, or does that mean
Steve Nash is absolutely elite?
Absolutely elite, bro. That has to be right. Like, he is elite.
Yeah,
brother. It was fun.
Yeah.
That brings us to it. Brings us to the end. It was fun. Like I said, next week's gonna be fun, real fun, because we're about to. I think next week I want to put a lot of like mock draft. You know, all the moves, everything. Team, we are getting ready. We're about to do it. Ant's video is gonna be up soon. This video will be up soon. Shorts will be up soon. Bobby's about to have a lot of his own stuff linked below. Shout out to my boy Bobby for being on the Etsy shop.
Yes, sir.
Making the overlays, the camera overlays. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. So all his stuff will be linked below. You can find us everywhere at the Full Season Podcast. All social media
below.
Like I said, Bobby. Nah, man. I'm excited. Man. I'm excited for Bobby to get, like, everybody go check out Bobby's. That's great, bro. Bobby's Etsy. Check it out, man. Bro, hold on real quick, actually. What made you get into it? Like, I gotta ask, right? Because, like, we're gonna promote it. So, like, I want everybody to know, like, what got you into it?
Just knowing I can. So why not? If I have the ability to do something, why not at least try it? See if I like it. If I don't, I can say I tried it. If I do, I'm glad I found it. So,
yes, sir. Yeah, that's the best way to end the podcast, I think. Yes, sir. All right, brother. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Everybody, I appreciate you. This will be up. Watch it. Appreciate it. We appreciate everybody. I love this shit, man. All right. Everybody. Until next time, remember to be and be great. Peace.